Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please hit the subscribe, now this start video. On Tuesday, January 21, 2025, The Young and the Restless delivered another dramatic episode full of twists, revelations, and tense confrontations. He players Claire Newman, Haley Aaron, Jordan, Colleen Zank, Victoria Newman, Amelia Heinel, Nick Newman, Melody Thomas Scott, and others continue to push the limits of their schemes and investigations. The episode begins with Claire Newman getting a phone call from Jordan, who is highly suspicious of her sudden change in behavior. Jordan's tone suggests that she suspects Claire may have an accomplice and warns her that if she is lying, someone close to Claire could suffer the consequences. This only deepens the tension as Claire agrees to meet with Jordan in person again. Before she leaves, Claire provides an update to both Victoria and Nikki about her meeting with Jordan, reassuring them of her loyalty. Victoria and Nikki discuss their worries about Claire's cold, calculating nature, particularly her willingness to contemplate murder in their plot against Jordan. Both women hope that Claire will back out before taking drastic actions. However, there's a subtle tension between Nikki and Victor Newman, Eric Braden, as Victor mentions the security footage of the person who kidnapped Sharon Newman, Sharon Case. He brings up a potential accomplice of Ian Ward, Ray Wise. While he can't make out whether this individual is male or female, Nikki becomes intrigued by the possibility, sensing a connection to the unfolding drama with Jordan. Despite Victor's suspicions, Nikki remains tight-lipped about her involvement in Jordan's scheme and avoids answering his probing questions. Victor leaves the conversation, but his suspicion lingers, leaving him to contemplate the various developments more carefully. Back with Jordan, Claire is determined to take charge of her own fate, vowing never to let Jordan manipulate her again. As Claire meets Jordan at the park, she hands her the usual tea order, reassuring her that it isn't poisoned. Claire's demeanor shifts, revealing that she has been playing the Newmans all along. She expresses her belief that she would never truly be accepted by them, suggesting that her name change was part of a larger, more sinister plan. With Claire now legally a Newman, she makes it clear to Jordan that this opens the door for a significant inheritance when something tragic happens to her mother. Claire then proposes an audacious idea. The two of them could kill Victoria, claim her inheritance, and then run off together to live a life of luxury. This plan would allow them to leave the Newmans grieving while Claire and Jordan restore their bond and start fresh. Jordan, visibly moved by the proposition, struggles to accept the idea. She asks if Claire would really be willing to sacrifice her mother for the chance to live with her. Claire, however, counters that Victoria has never truly been a mother to her and that her bond with Jordan is far more genuine. Claire appeals to Jordan's emotions, suggesting that their connection is worth the risk. This manipulation seems to work, as Jordan appears to be swayed, though her hesitation is palpable. Later, Claire returns to Victoria and Nikki at the Newman Ranch, reporting back to them on her conversation with Jordan. She admits that she convinced Jordan of her commitment to the plan by pretending that she was prepared to kill Victoria. Although her words are cold, she reassures Victoria and Nikki that Jordan is on board with the murder scheme, though she claims it's not her preferred outcome. This dark development has major implications for the Newman family, who remain unaware of Claire's true intentions. As Claire continues her delicate manipulation of Jordan, she finds herself caught in a web of deceit that could easily unravel at any moment. With her loyalty now in question, Claire risks everything to fulfill her plans and escape her role as an outsider. In a parallel storyline, Chance Chancellor, Connor Floyd, and Nick Newman, Joshua Morrow, continue to investigate the kidnapping of Sharon Newman. They receive crucial new information regarding Sharon's car, which was spotted on surveillance footage at the Riverbank Motel just before it was seen sinking in the river. Given that Ian Ward has been staying at the motel, Nick immediately connects the dots and becomes convinced that Ian is involved in Sharon's abduction. The pair heads to the Riverbank Motel to search for more clues, but is initially disappointed to find that Ian seems to have moved out. However, their luck turns when Chance discovers a glass with lipstick on it and a wine bottle left on the table. Chance suggests testing the items for DNA, hoping for a match in the system. The discovery raises the stakes even higher. The DNA test could potentially provide the breakthrough they need to unravel the mystery of Sharon's disappearance and bring those responsible to justice. As Chance prepares to pursue a search warrant for other rooms at the motel, Nick's impatience grows. Refusing to wait for the official paperwork, Nick takes matters into his own hands and begins searching the premises, even if it means risking legal repercussions. Just as they begin to focus on the search, Jordan unexpectedly appears at the motel and overhears Chance's phone conversation about obtaining the search warrant. This revelation sets her on edge, prompting her to leave in a hurry. The tension mounts as the investigation into Sharon's kidnapping grows more complicated and intertwined with the ongoing drama surrounding Claire and her plot against the Newmans. The episode concludes with several unresolved questions hanging in the balance. Claire's manipulative games with Jordan and her dangerous proposal to kill Victoria create a precarious situation for everyone involved. Meanwhile, the search for Sharon intensifies and Chance and Nick inch closer to uncovering vital evidence that could shift the entire investigation in a new direction. As the Young and the Restless moves forward, it's clear that danger is looming for both the Newman family and those caught in their tangled web of deceit. Claire's twisted plans and the looming DNA match at the Riverbank Motel promise explosive developments in the days to come. Fans of the show will need to stay tuned to see how these complex storylines evolve and what devastating consequences await those who are playing games with each other's lives. As the tension builds on the Young and the Restless, the repercussions of Claire's actions become even more significant. Her twisted plans to manipulate Jordan and take down Victoria are pushing her further down a dark path. The complexities of her web of lies threaten to ensnare everyone in her orbit, and the question remains: will Claire succeed in her devious plot, or will the truth come to light before it's too late? Claire's decision to align herself with Jordan and plot the murder of Victoria takes the stakes to a new level. While she claims she is doing this out of her desire to be accepted by the Newmans, it's clear that her motives are far more sinister. With her recent name change and the promise of a hefty inheritance, Claire seems willing to do whatever it takes to secure her place in the Newman family, even if that means sacrificing the life of her mother figure, Victoria. Her attempt to convince Jordan that Victoria is nothing more than an obstacle standing between them and their future together seems to be working. But Jordan, despite her emotional conflict, seems torn between loyalty to Claire and her lingering doubts about the plan. It's this internal struggle that adds an extra layer of suspense to the storyline. Will Jordan go through with the plot, or will her conscience intervene at the last moment? Manipulation is not limited to Jordan alone. She continues to play both sides, feeding the Newmans just enough information to keep them off her scent, while quietly working behind the scenes to execute her own agenda. It remains to be seen whether Victoria and Nikki will catch on before Claire's plans unfold, but the growing sense of mistrust between them suggests that something could soon give way. Meanwhile, the investigation into Sharon's kidnapping remains one of the most urgent plotlines on the show. Chance and Nick's discovery of the lipstick-stained glass and the wine bottle at the Riverbank Motel offers a tantalizing clue that could potentially tie Anne Ward to Sharon's disappearance. The forensic testing of these items could prove critical in solving the case, but time is running out as the pressure mounts. The tension between Chance and Nick is palpable as they work to gather more evidence. While Chance insists on following the legal route to obtain a search warrant, Nick's impatience threatens to jeopardize their investigation. His decision to take matters into his own hands and search the motel rooms without proper authorization could lead to significant consequences for both of them, especially if they come up against resistance from the motel's management or other parties involved in Ian's plans. Jordan's sudden appearance at the motel adds another layer of complexity to the situation. Her decision to eavesdrop on Chance's conversation about the warrant is not a coincidence. It signals her awareness of the investigation and her potential involvement in Sharon's disappearance. Given her connection to Ian and the increasing overlap between her actions and the ongoing investigation, Jordan may soon find herself in a dangerous position, caught between her loyalty to Claire and her possible complicity in the kidnapping.